Hi everyone, I'm QuickyBaby, and welcome to World of Tanks. Today, I'm playing in one of my favorite Tier 8 premiums. It of course is the Rheinmetall Waffenträger. Now, what really makes this tank so good is the fact that it doesn't really care what matchup it's in. It can go through pretty much anything it's ever going to fight. It can go through the mouse even. You've got 246mm of penetration on its standard rounds, which is ridiculous, especially at Tier 8. You can go straight to the front of most Tier 8 heavy tanks, not even aiming for weak spots. And then, if you really have to delve into your premium rounds, you've got 311mm of premium round penetration on your APCR, and your alpha is 490. What are the downsides to playing a tank like this? Well, really nothing other than its armor. It has barely any armor to speak of. In fact, you can HE it with most tanks in the game. Now, with that being one of its only downsides, and the fact that it has lower camo rating than the Tetri versions of the German tank destroyers, other than that though, there is no downside to playing this tank, and that is why this is one of the most popular Tier 8 premium tanks in the game at this point. Now, I've decided to take my Scorpion G up to the sniping location up on Thieful Ridge. This is a console exclusive map, and we're going to be trying to find some shots into this Libre tank, and we put one in, and we track him at the same time. Even though we didn't quite hit him in the driveway, we have a large enough caliber gun to hit him pretty much anywhere on the side, and we'll knock his tracks off. Aiming up another shot at his turret, and the shell does fly true, and our platoon mate finishes him off. As you can see, 0.3 accuracy on this gun makes it very incredibly accurate and very good at pinpointing your shots. So aiming at the side turret of this VK, German super heavy, and we are unable to go through the side. That is a very powerful vehicle, very strong indeed. And we're going to aim up another shot at the side of this turret. Are we going to be able to go in this time? Aim it up, and it bounces off yet again. Now, if we decide to delve into our premium rounds, I think I've mentioned this already, but we have 311mm of penetration if you choose to use it. But we're not going to use that just yet. I figured we can go through this guy. He's only a Tier 8. I don't think delving into my premium rounds is the right choice at this time, but we bounce off the side of his turret once again. It's not quite exactly the side. We're hitting the side at an extreme angle, but he's barely turned his turret away from us, and that usually is just enough to go through. But we bounce off yet again, this time off of his cupola, which, believe it or not, his cupola is 220mm of front cupola armor. Now, it is angled in kind of a round shape, so it also makes it so that you have to hit the dead center of the cupola. Otherwise, the numbers just go up exponentially, and there's almost no chance that you will ever go through. Seeing that they've got a tank on our left, we've decided now to leave our perch up top, and we're going to be going after this guy because we have a 360-degree turret. It goes all the way around, and it makes doing things like this very easy to do. We decided to snap a shot on the move, but that's because we're trying to get into cover, and he does put a shell into us. Luckily, he did not hit us very hard. That tells me that he's using the 90mm, but that also tells me that he's got a really fast rate of fire. He misses us then, and we aim up that shot, and we finish him off. So we lost a little bit of damage there, but I think it was worth it in the long run. We were able to take out a Tier 9 medium tank. Oh, we took a hit there. That definitely was not worth it. We should have stayed behind the house there, but we didn't, and then we lost a little bit more hit points than we should have. Now, I've made it to this house, and I'm just waiting right now, waiting for my sixth sense to disappear before I make my move. And now I'm going to make my move, and I'm going to try to get underneath the guns of these players. And you're going to see something come into play on this tank, and that is its speed. Because of its speed, it can even play the scouting role. And that's what we're going to do. What can this tank not do? Well, the only thing this tank really can't do is play a heavy tank. Other than that, we've played the sniping role already. We've played the medium role hunting down that Leopard prototype, and now we're playing the light tank role. We're scouting the enemy team. We put a shell into the VK-4502A over there. It's got a very weak turret, and we're able to go through it no problem with our 248mm of penetration on our standard rounds. That's another thing that makes this tank so good at making money, because you don't have to usually delve into your premium rounds. You never lose money. And because of its large alpha, you only have to hit a couple shots and boom, you're making 6 digits. That's what makes this tank so popular right now. Console has been giving away premium tanks, Tier 8 premium tanks specifically, and yet this is one that you had to pay for, and it is still the most popular Tier 8 premium tank in the game. In fact, one of the most popular Tier 8 tanks in the game right now, too. And it's something people had to pay for. And it shows you just how successful this tank has been at getting wargaming their money. And that makes you wonder, are they going to continue to release overpowered premium tanks? Because it has made them so much money so far. And I think, from a business standpoint, that's probably a really good idea. But from a player standpoint, I want to be able to earn a tank that is better than something somebody's paid for. Once again, using our medium tank capabilities, we poke up and we finish off the German super heavy tank, which is the VK 1001P. and he goes down. But we're still scouting this VKA over there, and he goes down, and we get the assist damage for it. Our assist ribbons are just racking up, and we're in a tank destroyer, and we're playing a light tank role. And now we're going to play it even more as we charge up towards this hill on Thieful Ridge. This tank, it really has no drawbacks. And Wargaming has allowed it into the game. Are every premium tank after this going to be just better? Is every tank not in the tech tree just going to be better? Is there going to even be a reason to grind up tanks anymore when you could just buy one that's better? If that's the case, then that's just a shame. Now, to be fair, console has been doing a pretty good job lately with their newer premium tanks. In fact, they've really been nerfing them to the ground. We have the Sumwa, or the Samoa I've been previously told is pronounced, and it lost 10 seconds on its reload, or should I say it gained 10 more seconds on its reload. So it's got a 3-second shorter reload than the AMX5100. Hello there. But it's got one less shell, and I think that's a good way for Wargaming to do things when they release premium tanks now, is give something worse about it. And that's the fact that the Samoa has actually less DPM than the AMX5100. And I think that's a good thing to do. Now, we've taken their push, their hill up top here, and this game has actually moved pretty quickly. But it's not over yet. We've still got some more shots to do. We're going to aim up a shot on this guy. We're going to be able to hit. Yes, of course we are. 0.3 accuracy. No problem whatsoever. And now we've got a Jagdtiger and an STI over there. Or an ST1, however you want to say it. But it's a Roman numeral 1. We're going to put a shell in him. And he is aiming up at us. But we're going to move. Hopefully get out of the way. Nope, we are unable to get out of the way in time. But I think that's a pretty fair trade. Because now we are out of his render distance. Not his render distance. His view range. The little circle that allows you to see. And he can no longer see us. But we can see him just fine. And we're going to keep putting shells into us. And we avoid the shell because we knew he was aiming at us. And he does in fact miss us, and we put another one in his tank, bringing our total damage up to, I don't know, but we have 9 penetrations now, which is a really solid damage to do, solid number, considering you have 490 alpha. Of course we have a couple kill shots, so it won't quite be the full maximum damage we can do, which is about 4,500. It will be definitely lower than that, because we do have 3 kill shots. But what I wanted to show you about this was definitely the assist damage we're going to be getting in this game, because we are a tank destroyer. Now there's just a Jagdtiger left, and he's down below, so I've decided to take the right route, because I figured this is the only way I'm going to get to him in time, and this is how we're going to be able to finish him off. But unfortunately we're not able to get the kill. Now, I'm going to talk about things I've already talked about throughout this video about 3 or 4 times, but I'm just going to repeat it again just because I want more view time, and I like showing off my cinematic abilities. The Scorpion G is a Tier 8, German, turreted, premium tank destroyer with a 128mm gun, able to deal havoc to at any tier, no matter what it faces. And what made this game possible, for me specifically, was the fact that it has the ability to multi-role, the ability to play as a tank destroyer, the ability to play as a sniper, to play as a light tank, to play as a medium tank, to pretty much do whatever we wanted. We started this game off, first off, by going up on our main ridge and putting a couple shots into some well-advancing medium and heavy tanks as they advanced very quickly across the open field, the open map, and we were able to use our accuracy to great effect. And then we jumped off of the ridge, and we're able to deal with the tier 9 medium tank and using our medium tank abilities to finish him off. Then we use our light tank abilities to light up some heavy tanks and get a massive amount of assist damage using this next ridge here. And then using our 360-degree turret, we were able to finish off the VK 1001P by poking up and shooting him in the side. Then we were able to capture their hill and put some effective shots into their STI, who are camping in their base, and help us win this game. Nothing to it. But now, let's get to the post-game results. Now we get the Brothers in Arms medal for killing 3 tanks, and our platoon mate also killing 3 tanks. And we also get the Ace Tanker for 2,097 base experience points. We do a total of 3,800 damage with 4,200 assisted damage in a tier 8 tank destroyer. We make a total of 168,000 credits. This is why this tank, by no question whatsoever, is considered one of the greatest tier 8 premium tanks, and also the most popular. And as always, thanks so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I will see you soon.